I just had like a weird altercation with some like day hikers. This man and a woman rode in on a canoe and basically told me to get the fuck out of there. It's cold this morning. It's like 7 a.m. Got cold last night. I don't know if we're nearing the end of summer. This is Labor Day weekend. I'm running late this morning. Okay, catastrophe. Catastrophe is too strong of a word. A major annoyance, or at least, I don't know, maybe a minor annoyance. I lost the cap for one of my water bottles. I don't know if you can see it. I carry two 1-liter water bottles, one on each side of my pack. And this morning when I was filling up my water at Trooper Spring, somehow the cap for one of those bottles like fell into the bushes or something. I spent a half hour. I had my pack all completely packed. I ripped it apart. I looked through everything. I thought maybe it might be in my, sleeping bag. It might still be. I don't know. I couldn't find it. What that means is that right now on me, I have 1 liter of water that's filtered, and now I'm carrying an extra liter in my pack that's just in my water bladder. Today and tomorrow, I have very specific plans. And the whole idea is that I need to make it for two Timberline Lodge for breakfast. Today, I am camping at Timothy Lake. Timothy Lake is one of the places where I went on my Oregon side quest. So depending on the exact tent site, I choose it depends on, but anyway, I could go between 21 and 23 miles today, which is going to be an easy day. What that's going to do is set me up for 20 miles the following day. That will get me to Timberline Lodge. I'm going to be rolling into Timberline Lodge probably around 3:30 or 4 o'clock tomorrow. Probably around 4. And what that means is I'm going to be able to charge up all my batteries, which is huge for me because I did editing in my tent on the first night out on this trip, and I am now in battery pressure. And then I'm going to have breakfast in the morning. I don't know. I'm not I'm skeptical on this breakfast. Pancakes, eggs, how many times can I have this exact same breakfast, right? And feel like it's special? I don't know. I'm very excited to see the Timberline Lodge. It's 10 a.m. I'm 10 miles in. Crushed my 10 by 10 this morning. I started really late too, after 7. This is a cruisy trail and I am hauling ass this morning. So it's about 12 noon and I'm about 16, I'm almost 17 miles into my hike. I'm filling up my water. This has been very cruisy trail. Okay, so here's what this means. I am moving fast today. I'm making very good time. This is super cruisy trail. Depending on what tent site I choose, I'm literally only 4 or 6 miles away. So I'm going to be at my tent site in the early afternoon. I'm definitely going to go for a swim. I'm calling it right now. I'm going to twist my arm. I'm going to go in no matter how cold it seems. It's 1 o'clock. I'm about 20 miles in. You can see Timothy Lake behind me. That's where I'm going. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to tent, but there's a couple tent sites. There's a couple tent sites in 1.5 miles, and those are right on the eastern shore of Timothy Lake. And I think I'm just going to go down the eastern shore of Timothy Lake, and I'm going to find a place for lunch. And if it's a really nice place, I'm going to stay there. But it's possible. There's a couple tent sites that are much further up, near the mouth of the river, near the mouth of the lake. And it's possible I could stay there tonight too. That would allow me just to get 2 more miles in today and have 2 fewer miles tomorrow. But this is Timothy Lake. I'm here. I'm back. Last time I was here, I guess I was over on that side. That's the west side. I'm standing on the east side. I cannot see Mount Hood, which is sort of that way. I'm going to take some lunch here and I might go for a swim. It looks a little tricky to get in. Very, very rocky entrance here, but I don't know. I'll see. I just went swimming, which was amazing, and I just wanted to point out that what I thought we were over there on that side, but this lake is way bigger than what I'm just seeing right now, and where I was, we were over there on that side. Yeah, man, this swim was amazing. The water's so good. The challenging part is getting in, right? Because it's pretty shallow, so you can't. But and it's all these rocks, and they're pretty sharp and pretty slippery. I'm just drying off here. I'm drying off in the sun. I'm gonna filter a little water. I cleaned my socks, and I'm going to have some lunch. One of the things I really like about Oregon is like pumping out like 22 miles in the morning, going to a lake, getting a swim, doing some laundry, chilling out. Now I'm eating lunch, and yeah, these are great days. I'm not staying here though. This campground, look at the it is a beautiful like water site. It is a beautiful place to chill. It's a tough place to go swimming. All the rocks getting in, like, oh my God, like I was gonna kill myself. Like I was gonna kill myself to try to swim in this lake. You have to walk across like 20 feet of like 8-inch deep rocks, like covered with algae, trying not to kill yourself. I was kind of down on all fours. It's hard to get, once you get deep enough, then you can start to swim more. But when you're walking, it's ridiculous. But yeah, the tent site is not flat. It's way too slopes. There's another place. It's like a couple miles up. I'm going to hang out here, have some lunch, and then I'm going to go up there. I just had like a weird altercation with some like day hikers. Yeah, so it's like Labor Day weekend. But I was sitting down, enjoying my lunch, as I do. And some of my clothes were drying off in the sun right down by the lake. This man and a woman rode in on a canoe and basically told me to get the fuck out of there. Told me to move my clothes, and I was like, I'm not moving my clothes. What are you talking about? And I was like, I'm you know, like, dude, this is the Pacific Crest Trail. This is even a designated PCT tent site. Like, this is a 5-person thing. You don't get to like close off the waterfront to other people. And I mean, look, I'm leaving in like 10 minutes anyway, and they weren't having it. But it's a very different attitude, right? It's like a very like entitlement attitude. Like, they couldn't put up with that for 5 minutes, you know? They had to immediately come and start hectoring me. Yeah, no, I didn't like that. So I don't know about this staying at Timothy Lake. It's Yahoo weekend. It really is Yahoo weekend. They were just like, hey, do you mind like moving your stuff? They got all aggressive in my face. I was like, yes, I do mind. Like, that's not how it works. Like, you don't, this is a Pacific Crest Trail. Like, this is a tent site that's shared by like tons of people, you know? I'm not even staying here for long, you know? I'm not trying to like crowd them out. You know, they wanted this like whole thing. They wanted this whole country beachfront estate to themselves for the entire weekend. It's like, bro, like, it don't work that way. This is a shared tent site, right? There's a bunch of campgrounds around this lake where you can stay at, you know? You can reserve your little spot. You can have that spot can be yours. That's not how it works in these tent sites, right? The tent sites are, you know, people can fill them up until they're overflowing. You don't get to close off the PCT to the lake. It was the woman who got really confrontational with me. Okay, I just went to my second tent site, and I was like, I showed up, there were 2 other people there. They were doing the same thing, right? They were like calling dibs. And it was like, guys, like, I can stay here, you know, like, this is a shared tent site. Like, this is on the PCT. This is going to be full tonight of people, you know, like, I'm the first of many who's about to arrive. So you might want to get used to it. But like, I don't want to hang out for like 3 hours with these dudes, like, who are, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, vibes were off. Like, just the no talk dudes who sit there like until you leave. Anyway, someone told me there was trail magic. So that was another thing that convinced me to move forward. I'm definitely like, it's almost 4. Like, I'm not rolling into camp like super early. I am rolling into camp pretty refreshed. I think I'm at 23 miles. Okay. I'm just in such a good mood. Today, so what was gonna be like an early day and whatever, I took a swim at Timothy Lake. I am now going to see Little Crater Lake, side quest. I just got sucked into like a trail magic. I had like 2 beers at the trail magic. I still have like multiple miles to go. So what was gonna be like an early retirement today has turned into like one of my later nights. Like, I'm not even close to being at my tent site. I'm just about to do a side quest. We're on the side trail to go see Little Crater Lake. I've been told by about 20 Oregonians. Is that a thing? Is that what it's called, by the way? Or, whoa, this is like, I don't know about this. That's a sketchy bridge. But are they Oregonians? Like 20 people from Oregon have said, you should go see Little Crater Lake. So now I'm going to see Little Crater Lake. There's like I don't know, it's planks. By the way, I have a beer in my pack. for tonight. Okay, so I got into like Timothy Lake very early, right? I went for a swim, I did some laundry, I got my water, I had my lunch, and then my whole day went to shit. So I basically got kicked out of that first tent site. I was gonna go anyway, but like I kind of got kicked out. Then at the next tent site, I was feeling very unwelcome and didn't stay and thought, well, I'll just see if there's another tent site, maybe somewhere up here where the vibes are better. There are no tent sites. Then I got sucked into a Trail Magic. Then I got sucked into a PCD side quest, Crater Lake. But now I got 4 miles to go. And now I'm gonna get into my tent site late. Okay, so it's 6:30. I'm over 29 miles in, almost 30 miles in. I thought I would be at my tent site at like 2:30. I'm at 6:30. It's all good. I had a great day. I swam in Timothy Lake, which I think was like, will always be one of my favorite things. Just this lakefront living and going for a swim, and it totally rejuvenated me. Like, I was pretty tired, you know, at like 20, whatever it was, like 22, 23 miles. And then took a swim, like strolled up like 1 mile to a Trail Magic, like had a beer, like ate a sandwich, like sat down, toured Crater Lake, and like came up here and like, I don't know, like at the end of this 29 miles, like I feel fine, you know?